mean, look, you both came together to create the child, right? Where I stand on it is, as long as you communicate, this is where communication is key. If you have a mutual understanding and a mutual agreement on how to look after that child, whether it does mean you might spend more time with the mother or the father, however, as long as you come to that mutual agreement, for me, there's no issue with that whatsoever.
I think in an ideal situation, the parents should find a way that they can co-parent, probably not live too far away from each other, so that the child has the freedom to kind of split their time equally between the parents. I think if you choose to have a child, you should put that child first up until a certain age, and just make sure that you have a stable home for them, no matter how that looks. But yeah, I don't think it should be an either-or situation.
I think lots of the social problems that we have are often as a result of not having active role models, and that doesn't necessarily have to be a father, and it often isn't. But having a father does fill that role model gap. So I think it's really, really important, and that absent father is obviously a problem as a result.
Mummy decided to take my children out of the country.
Okay.
So my children are abroad. I have to go every 9 to 10 weeks to see my children. That's how important they are to me. So when I get my money's to put aside, I have to go and see my children.
Yeah.
My son was here, weekend gone. It's me and him. Having time. We've got to do that time. If not, we can see the consequences.
You talk about absent fathers, yeah, but then I think the importance is when you do have a father there, he makes a difference. It's not just about having an absent father. You see what I'm saying?
Of course, yeah.
So, you have a lot of people who they say, well, there's an absent father, but what's important is that when you do have a father, the father makes a difference. It's pointless as having a father.
It was great.
It's pointless having a father, and the father doesn't.
Of course.
Yeah. What's the point? So there's people who have fathers, but
They're not even there.
Yeah. They're not there mentally. They're not there spiritually for the child. So it's important that if you do have a father there, he's contributing mentally, spiritually, and physically, all those things what a child needs.
Personally, for me, I'm grateful that my father's here. Do you understand? And I know, but I've also have friends that don't have their fathers. You can see, it doesn't necessarily guarantee that they're going to fail, though. That's one thing we have to be very clear about. Mums are both sometimes having to be both mothers and fathers here, and you'll find that some of these children have grown to be successful individuals. Of course, that does not deny the fact that we have, young individuals who do not have that father figure and therefore look for other role models in places where, unfortunately might lead them down the wrong path. I can say that my father's been beneficial in my life, but I can also say that without my mother, I can't say that I would have had the same compassion and whatnot. There's a balance that they both bring to it. Those that are running out, those that don't have fathers, it depends on how they grow up and who they grow up with. The character can heavily define how much not having a father has an impact on them, and that is a testament to how important fathers are when you do have them, and when you don't have them, you also then therefore also see the negative impacts.
Well, my dad lives abroad. I don't say he's absent, but I speak to him quite a lot, and even though he's not there, it's nice to have him on the phone. But I think it's important just to have, know that they're there to rely on. But
I think weekly should be like 150.
Whoa.
No, for real, because
Just the one kid. What do you think?
Weekly for one kid, £200.
A week?
Yeah, there's so many expenses. Like, kids are expensive, and I think the dads that leave their kids, they don't think about the expenses. They just want to treat them, buy them nice things. They don't think about the rent and everything else.
Alright, so let's do some quick maths, yeah?
Okay.
So there's 52 weeks in a year, right? So if we do 100 times 52, that's 5,200. You double that, that's a lot.
But then how much is the mom paying? The mom is paying this as well.
Yeah, but then how much will that man be earning to be given over £100 every single week? I think we need to be a little bit more realistic in terms of the calculations. Someone earlier on said that per week, £100 per week contribution is reasonable. What do you guys think about that?
I honestly have no idea. I don't know, like, I guess it depends on their income as well. Like, if that's affordable, if they've got loads more than that and they're actually holding back and they think £100 is enough, maybe it's definitely not for that woman. But if they don't have much and £100 might be struggling for them, then I suppose it's all that they can manage. I think it's completely individualised. I don't think you could set a price or an amount of time on anything. It's completely down to the couple, isn't it?
Because it's split down the middle and we're both putting the same money towards it, then I don't know whether £100 is enough, whether £200.
Well, let me ask you this: do you live on £100 a week?
No, I wouldn't be able to live on £100 a week.
No, but
and also that woman might be having to pay rent. If that's not also contributing to rent, if it's £100 for maintenance and cost of food and living and everything for the child, then that might be enough. But if it's not contributing to rent, then probably not enough at all.